Hey guys, how we doing? Today we're going to be taking an apple a day and keeping the doctor away with this festival lead slash Hydrapple list that we've got here. As you can see, we've got a bunch of apples on the deck at the moment. So the core gameplay for this deck runs a lot like festival lead, and we just basically keep the Hydrapple as a backup. We are running two of the Festival Lead Diplins here and two of the Dragon type Diplins. It is very tempting to swap them out, but then again, we'll see how this list goes, and we'll make improvements and changes and stuff after. But we run a lot of support in this deck, bunch of supporters. We do run a 2 boss, 2 Iono, 2 Lana, 2 research, as well as some additional gust effects. We've got a maximum belt for our A spec, so if we need a hit against a Charizard for just a little bit more, or anything else that is an EX, we do have the capability to do that. In the deck, we also run 2 bug catching set. Straight away, looking at this list, I'll probably include a third. But then again, we will just see how this goes. I did get this list from PokemonCard.io. I've not made any changes to it, not too much anyways. I did swap out the Dragon type Applins for the Grass type Applins, just so we can get a bit of synergy with the bug catching set, and see if we can try and pull something off of that. Another thing that I'm noticing from this deck is it doesn't run any Tillmask Ogerpons. Normally with your Hydrapple EXs and stuff like that, maybe you would want to include a copy or two. But yeah, like I said, we did get this list from PokemonCard.io. I will leave the link in the description for this one if you guys want to check it out, give some love to the original creator, and just maybe copy it for yourself so you can play with it, make your own tweaks, and see how it does for you on the ladder. But yeah, we have nicknamed it Dr. Repellent. Nice play on words there. I am very happy with that, and that's probably what the title of this video is going to be, because I love my puns. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do our usual. We're going to head into a few games. We'll see how the deck performs, and try and not misplay too much around here. I slept terribly last night, so I'm definitely not all here. Maybe I need to see a doctor myself. But anyways, that's enough of me just rambling on about this deck. We're just going to go in, give it a go, and yeah, I'll show you how it's all played. So let's head into our first game. Okay, we're starting our first game here. We are declaring the coin flip. As usual, we are going to go for our tails flip here, and we are unlucky. It does roll to our heads. So they're going to see what benefits them. I have no idea what they're playing. But I know me personally, I would love to go first, and they will go first here. Wrong deck. Wrong deck. Oh, that's a free win. That's rough. I'm going to keep that in. I'm going to keep that in because I think that's really funny. I forgot to set it as the active deck. So I wasn't kidding before. This was last video's deck. This was Dragapult Golden Go, right? This is what we want. Apparently the apples are also repelling my brain from functioning. No, it's definitely the lack of sleep that I've gotten. But anyways, let's head into technically our first game. Alright, after making that little mistake there, it was very tempting to play through the game, but I do want to get this video out as soon as possible so you guys can have a look at it. We are versing Magic Man. We're going to declare the flip here. Maybe this time we'll win. That'll be our good luck. No, we're gonna flip heads again. We'll see whether they decide to go first or second. And we'll base our hand off of that. I can't believe I forgot to switch my decks. So this is looking pretty much the same as last game anyways. They are going to choose to go first again. We are going to draw into a mulligan, unfortunately. If we had the Relor, maybe it'd be a bit better, but then again, this hand is not the best either. I would probably just end up researching it all away. We are going to play the mulligan here, and we are going to mulligan twice. 2 mulligans before drawing our starting hand. We are going to start with an Applet and a Grookey. What I think I'm going to do is put the Grookey up front. We lose a Grookey, it's not too bad. At least we will have our main attacker ready and safe. Applet also only has 40 HP, so it's a nice baby little Pokemon, but it's a huge problem for us if our opponent decides to play sniping cards. Opening up, they have a Rotom and a Pidgey. This could very well just be Charizard here. The Rotom sort of gives that away. Pidgey's ran in a lot of decks, specifically stage 2 decks, but the Rotom here really does give it away that it is most likely Zard. They're going to Boss and a Darkness Energy. Are they playing it with Monkey Dory? Or am I completely wrong here and this is something completely different? We'll see what they pull off the Ultra Ball. Oh, it's Hydreigon. I was very incorrect. Very incorrect. My apologies. I'm pretty sure Hydreigon is the Terra type, so I don't think it's Dark. I forget. Or is it the Stellar? No, I think it's... Let me have a look. That way we can prep our next turn. You'd think, with how much I played this game, I would remember the cards that are on the field. No, it is a Dark type. Okay. We're going to attach the Vitality Band here too. I think that's a worthwhile play. Their board setup isn't the worst. I'm not going to be able to get an attack off this turn, so I think I'm just going to play an Iono and just reshuffle their hand, put it at the bottom, and we'll see what we get here. Another Applin. Okay, cool. We'll play the Nest Ball. We'll try and back up our Grookey here. That way we don't take too much of a loss. And then we'll leave the Festival Grounds in play just in case they do have a stadium. I doubt they would play it, but... We do want to watch out for Obsidian as well. Obsidian could be very, very bad for this deck. 3 of my Pokemon being hit with 130 damage in a deck like this can be very lethal for our setup, considering the Grookeys will go into their Thwackies. They only have, I think, 90 to 100 HP. Applins only have 70 to 80, if that. For the Diplins, they are going to attach their Forest Sealstone here, play a Dark Patch to accelerate some energy, and we'll probably see the V-Star ability being activated here. Let them search for any card. Yeah, so they are going to play it. I would really like to see a reprint of Forest Sealstone. I mean, we technically did get it with Pidgeot for every turn, but that was technically a reprint from, I think it was a Diamond and Pearl set, I forget. So do they have the weakness to grass? Yes, they do. So if we can pull a Diplin here, let them take the knockout, we could potentially be looking at a Hydreigon knockout on our next turn. Because it is weak, if we can hit it twice for 200, perfect. They are going to attach and retreat. I'll probably go for Find a Friend here, unless they do have another energy to attach, which I think they have already done their manual. So yeah, they are just going to play Find a Friend, probably going to go search out their Hydreigon, and we'll get prepared for the next turn for when they play that. Yeah, Hydreigon and a Radiant Greninja. And it'll switch to our turn. Not bad. A Professor's Research is something I will never say no to. We are going to attach the Grass Energy to the Applin here and play the Festival Grounds. And if that wants to load for me and not freeze. There we go. That was a little bit scary. Play the Research. We are going to leave the Maximum Belt in hand, I think. Because if they bring in Hydreigon, they may want to focus on the Maximum Belt Applin. But I think other than that, we are safe to pass. I would like to see a Diplin in the next turn. That would be very beneficial to us. but I don't think they're going to be getting a obsidian out. I think this is just a crashing headbutt build, because they will need the steel and the psychic as well to pull this off. But we'll just see how it goes. If they attach a psychic, we can start prepping to really take the knockouts as soon as possible. But it looks like this is just a crashing headbutt build. Makes the most sense. Crashing headbutt is a pretty good attack. Being able to deal a flat 200 damage plus mill makes this card pretty nice. I would like to play with Hydreigon. I haven't touched it yet, just because as the Stellar Pokemon was sort of coming out, I was getting a little bit lost with each set. But now that I've sort of wrapped my head around it, and the Stellar Pokemon seem to be finished, I'm not 100% sure because they did kind of underperform. You know, how many times aside from, you know, your EVs and stuff do you see Stellar Pokemon using their Stellar attacks? More notably, some of the earlier Stellar Pokemon weren't that great either. My first thought sort of goes to, what's that Pokemon called? It's the rabbit Pokemon, the one that needs I think it's a dark fire and a fighting energy to deal 180 damage. I'm blanking on the name. Scorbunny's evolution. I can't think of it. But they are going to play a crashing headbutt, taking out the Grookey and milling us 3. Not the worst mill. We do lose 1 Lana, which is rough. But I think what we'll do is we're going to promote this Applin here. If we can top deck a Diplin, that'd be amazing, but we do not. We could prevent a crashing headbutt here, I think, maybe. What do I want to play here? We are a little bit stuck, I won't lie. Maybe it would have been beneficial to play the Rabscar and get Psychic into play. But to avoid us getting into trouble for being inactive on our turn, I think we just bring this back and prepare to lose a Grookey because we haven't gotten our Diplins in. And at the moment, I want to take a focus on just getting this Hydreigon out. We could always just try and find another Lana's Aid or some other way of recovery to get our Grookeys back, because we aren't even drawing Thwackies at the moment either. I think this deck does suffer a little bit as well from the fact it does not run any Buddy Puffins. I think for a low HP count deck, probably lowering the Nest Ball count and upping the Puffin count is going to be very beneficial for it, as well as swapping out some of the Dragon types and stuff like that, because we do also only run the 2 Diplins. With the Festival Lead ability, assuming they're not prized, the likelihood of finding them is just a little bit slim at the moment, and there's not much we can do with that Dragon type Diplin. I know there is one in the deck, but yeah. So they are going to go for the mill here, discarding 2 energies and a Hydrapple, and we are running out of time just a little bit here for what we've got to play. An Iona would be great. We draw a Thwackey as soon as the Grookey's knocked out. And at this point in time, I think the best conscious play here is just to prevent a knockout. Probably I'll go for a counter catcher. Maybe we'll bring up the Fez, because everything here is 1 retreat. Bring up the Fez, sort of make them have to pivot around it, and we'll just pass from here. I won't attach because I don't want to lose the energy, despite having energy retrieval in hand. I don't think it's worth it to play it too soon. We could find another use for it later. They are going to evolve to the Pidgeotto and play a Puffin, grab themselves another Dino. We'll see if they do have the energy here. They will play the Dark Patch, attaching to the Dino. And we'll see if they've got a manual attachment here to retrieve the Fez. Because if we can prevent this knockout on the Applin, that would be very crucial. But they will have the energy for a... Oh, they're going to play TM Evolution. Boss? Okay. That's a weird choice to put Neo upper energy. And boss up the Applin. Maybe they're preparing for a full assault here. Which, if that's the case, we will attach the maximum belt to this benched Applin if they do take out this one. I'm gonna draw grass energy. I'm gonna attach that here. We don't have the best luck right now, so I think we're just gonna pass. This game isn't looking too good for us. I might actually, on the next game, just go and quickly tweak the deck, get rid of those dragon type Diplins, just put the Festival Lead Diplins in. Not something I usually do. I like to stick to the deck list and see if I can make it work, but this is supposed to be a Festival Lead build, and I don't think it makes too much sense just to have the Diplins into play. For the dragon type anyways, I understand it does need to come into the Hydra Apple, but I would much rather have the contingency of being able to utilize Festival Lead to its fullest, and prevent games like this from happening where we just don't find our evolution Pokemon, and you know, like at the start of the game we could have had a Diplin in hand, but unfortunately it was the wrong Diplin. They are going to evolve their Hydreigon, and they're going to retreat, fully expecting a Crashing Headbutt. Going to mill us another 3 cards and take another knockout. If we don't pull a Diplin here, we are absolutely done for. So Applin will come up, pass to our turn, and we're going to draw a Festival Grounds. I'm going to go for a pathetic Spray Fluid. Just a little pathetic Spray Fluid, because we are obviously, very obviously losing here. And you know, you guys could probably see that from about 2 or 3 turns ago when we lost the Grookey. Having 40 HP Applins with no Diplin is something that is a bit rough. But yeah, I think maybe over the course of this video and for every video in the future, maybe instead of playing the list exact, maybe each... oh, there was a bug catching set in that mill, that's rough. With each video, maybe with each game that I lose or win, I'll notice what I need, we'll adjust the deck from the set list to what I'll build, and that way we've got something that maybe you can recognize and we can build off of. But yeah, so Dr. Repellent, not a Hydreigon Repellent apparently, but that's okay, we'll just go back in here, and we'll go through the process of what I'm thinking for this deck. So straight away with the Pokemon is very much worth it. We're just going to kick out 2 of these and up our count of these. That way we've just got the constant ability to have the Festival Lead here, considering we do run the 4 copies of it as a stadium. Considering there's only 1 Hydra Apple in the deck, we did see a bunch of Grass Energy, so I'm going to drop out 4 Grass Energy for this. Just because I think 8 is absolutely plenty. In the absence of 4 Grass Energies, we are going to up our counter catcher count to 2. Leave our boss count because I think that's fine. And we're going to include some Poffins. Oops. So we'll include 3 copies of Poffin. I think that's fine. We'll probably drop our Nest Ball count to 2, because what are we really searching here that doesn't require a Poffin already? I think if we had, which, speak of the devil, I think I will put a Tilmask Ogerpon or 2 into the deck, more so just for the pure fact that we can get a decent draw engine, and we might actually cut 2 Fire Energy and just increase this count to 10 for the grass, so we can have a little bit more space with the Ogerpon here. So we've got this one running. It is... How are we looking for recovery? We will... I'm actually going to stay and keep it at the 8 Grass Energy. We're just going to put a Rod into the deck. I think it's a good choice. Just 1. because we do have the 2 Lana's aids here. And maybe for our final card here, maybe what we'll do is just increase the count of bug catching set by 1. That way we can get our grass Pokemon out a little bit easier. And yeah, that's first game's adjustments. I think the deck could function a little bit better with this now. And we may even just end up cutting out the Hydrapple at this point, and just building the festival lead here. But I do want to stay as true to the original deck as I can, just making some adjustments. So the apples will stay, and yeah, we'll see how this list goes in our next game. Hopefully it's a bit more fluid. Hopefully we can get a little bit more draw, a little bit more of our Diplins, and yeah, we'll head into our second game now. Okay, going into our second game here, we're going to be versing Kratosaurus, and they're going to declare the coin flip here. They're choosing heads. We are going to choose to go first, I think. See what we can get off here. A mulligan is what we're going to get off. It is nice to see a Diplin and some more consistency cards like bug catching set. We are going to take 2 mulligans here, and we'll draw. And we've got an Applin to start off with. It's not looking too good. They're going to draw there too. And I think they're playing Slowpoke. That would make a lot of sense. So I think straight up we're just going to have to attach and pass. We will get the Diplin into play next turn, and then maybe we can Iono into a Festival Grounds. That would be amazing. And we'll start doing the wave, getting that done. They're going to play a Nest Ball. What are they going to search out here? I think they're going to, yeah, they're going to search out the Slowpoke. I'm a bit confused why they decided to put down their Kyurem. Normally Kyurem does stay in the hand only. They're going to Ultra Ball, ditching a Academy at Night and Regigigas. I think that was a Natu, yeah. And they're just going to pass. We did pull a switch, that's not too bad. We're going to evolve into Diplin. And I think we're just going to... What's this? Okay, we're just going to attach the band, because it is a single prize Pokemon, so we're not going to have to worry about the maximum belt in this matchup. Draw 6 here. We didn't manage to pull the festival lead, but we will just grab our setup pieces. And we seem to have prized both of our Tailmask Ogopons, which is a bit rough. But that's okay. We'll get Relor. We'll play Relor. And we're going to attach to our benched Applin. And we're just going to do the wave from 90. It's not the worst. But the festival lead would have been nice here to get that knockout for sure. It actually might be worth it to keep Kyurem on their bench. Maybe we don't want to knock it out. So on our next turn, maybe we'll go for a knockout onto the Slowpoke, which might become a Slow King this turn. Because if we send the Kyurem to the discard pile, that means they can start picking it up with their recovery cards, and that's one more Kyurem that they have. So maybe it's worth it just keeping it alive, because I don't think they're going to get Trifrost online. That is a lot. I mean, who am I kidding? They're not going to be getting Trifrost online. Are they going to play Arven? Search for a secret box. I'm assuming they're going to be playing that secret box this turn. Yeah, there it is. What are they going to ditch for it? Ultra Ball, a Night Stretcher, and a Rescue Board. What are they going to pull off of it? Probably Academy at night. We are going to be fighting on stadiums here. We are both stadium based decks. I mean, I'm a little bit more stadium heavy for my reliability than they are, because they do have those Cypher Maniacs and stuff like that. But we are probably going to be fighting them on stadiums a little bit. They did pull an Earthen Vessel, and they are going to evolve to the Slowking. Play the Fez. Play their Academy. And Vessel, what are they going to ditch? Night Stretcher. That's 2 of their 4 I think they've ditched. So I'm not sure how that's going to go for them. Charge to the Slowking. And they're just going to pass. We will get a Thwacky, which means we can search our deck for any card from now. We can bring the Hydra Apple into play, but I'm going to refrain from doing that. I'm just going to go for Boom Boom Grove, and we're just going to go and grab our Festival Grounds, because I do want to take a knockout on this Slowking. So we're going to put that the one there, play the boss, and bring up this one. We want to refrain from knocking out Curum unless we have to, and we're just going to do the wave and take the knockout here. And there we go, 180. And we'll take our first prize. And it might be hard for them to recover from this because they have gone and gotten rid of 2 of their 4 Night Stretchers. I'm assuming they are running 4. That's sort of the basis for Slowking. They are going to promote their Fez. Definitely go for a Flip the Script here. They will have to retreat out if they want any hope of having a secondary attacker. We're just trying to find a Slowpoke here. But we'll see what we can do. Worst comes to worst, we Boom Boom Grove for another boss, and we just boss it up and take another Slowpoke out. What we could do is potentially take 2 knockouts here. So what we can do is maybe we'll search the Boom Boom Grove, assuming the second boss is in the deck. We'll go and grab that one, play it again, grab the Slowpoke, knock it out with the first attack, and oh, they're going to bring out the Thwacky. Okay. Trying to stall us here. We will have to find a switch off of this, I think, but we do run 3. Okay, just a Grass Energy. What I'm going to do is just start attaching to retreat. No, we don't need to play the ball. We've already got enough apples. And I think we'll just pass. It does give them a turn to set up. While we try and find our second energy. They will play the Xatu. Maybe it's worth it to get their Xatu out of play as well. I'm gonna play Chorus. Grab their stadium. We may win the stadium race here because they did play their academy first, assuming we have all 4 in the deck. I'm gonna ditch a Iono and a Puffin. That probably means they have another one. I'm gonna grab their Slowking and put that one there. Bump our Festival Grounds for their academy and attach a Jet Energy. Not bad. But do they have the 1 card in hand to pull the attack? It very much could seem so. If this, yeah. Unfortunately, we will be losing a lot of our mons here. I'm assuming both Applins and maybe the Grookey, which is a terrible fate here. Okay, they're going to take out the Thwacky as well. That's rough. Very rough. We are going to promote Relo. And there's not much that we can do here, so we just have to pass. Their Curum play was very, very detrimental to our board. I don't think we'll be recovering anytime soon. If they pull another Curum like that, we are very much cooked. I'm going to Clairvoyant Sense. Attaching to their Slowpoke, no doubt. Drawing that too. They're going to attach to active Slowking and pass. Oh, that's our other boss. Not like we need it. I forget if the evolution for Relo needs a grass energy or not, because we could just go for collect and draw a card, which I think is what we'll do. We'll get, what's the biggest retreat cost here? We're going to boss up the Curum just to prevent them from taking an attack. I'm just going to play collect, draw a card. It's a Diplin. Unfortunately, we don't have an Applin on the bench. Be nice to pull our Rod. I think our Rod would be good here. Or even a Lana's Aid. If we can put it right into the hand, I think that'll be a lot better. They're going to Clairvoyant Sense. And draw that too. We do run 4 apples. 2 of them are in the discard. So, still got potential to draw out other apple. And they're gonna pass. Alright, bug catching set, not bad. Two grass energies. I'm just gonna play collect. And draw into a maximum belt. Okay. We are stuck a little bit here. Just on a little bit of a crossroads where it's not entirely over, but we're definitely not there yet. And they are going to pass. It seems like we have stalled them. Maybe they're trying to find a jet energy or something like that. Just as much as we are trying to find anything to play. Palpad? What can we shuffle? Yeah, just our boss's orders. Probably both. Not worry about the Iono. We do have research and stuff like that in the deck. I'm going to play an Ultra Ball. Ditching both bottoms. Grabbing a Slowking. Going to evolve that Slowking and play a boss. Restricting our additional card draw. This guy is mean. But you can't stop me. Attach and retreat to Rebel, and we're gonna draw into a fire energy. We are not pulling out apples anytime soon. We're gonna draw a Diplin, and this isn't a fun gameplay loop, I don't think. So we're just gonna give it to them, I think. No one wants to sit and watch as I collect and collect, so we're just gonna head into our third game. Just facing a few losses today, even after the deck improvements. But it is what it is. We'll just head into our third game here. Maybe we can get some better luck. And we are gonna choose to go first. Something that might be good in here is to swap out the bands for TM Evolution. And we are going to start off with a bunch of supporters and a Teal Mask Ogerpon. They are also going to mulligan. Okay. They are playing grass. Maybe Hydrapple? Or maybe we're mirror matching. A mirror match would be pretty funny. Yeah, we're going to draw our one mulligan card, and it's going to be a Dipplin. What are we playing here? Okay, Scovillain. We're going to go for our card draw. And I don't think I could have asked for a better card, honestly. We are going to just pass. That's fine. We have the Dipplin in hand. As long as they're not hyper aggressive here, we do have this. And Cornerstone Ogerpon is weak to grass. And play an Airy. There's a hand. Item cards. Ooh. Okay. So if we do have the Power Pad, I might research away our boss's orders just so we can see more cards, get started just a little bit quicker. Play the Puffin straight away. Get these two. We also need to see some energy as well. So we're going to evolve that. Just play the research. What have we got here? Play the bug catching set. We're going to grab the energy, I think. Just accelerate at this point. We'll play our Till Dance. Go for a card draw here. Iono. We'll play that next turn. We'll play a switch. Bring the Dipplin in and attach. And how much are we hitting for? None, because Cornerstone Ogerpon prevents it. We may have to find the Hydrapple for this to work. We're gonna have to shuffle back in with Iono, I think, because I don't think they're gonna be getting any attachment done anytime soon. They're gonna play an Arven. And if we need to find a Hydrapple and just use Hydrapple this game, it's not the worst. We do only run the one, so we're going to have to be very conservative with it. They're going to grab an Ultra Ball. Their draw potential here is huge as well, having two Bidoofs on the bench. They are just going to pass. We draw a Counter Catcher, evolve the Thwacky, might just Thwacky into our Hydrapple here, which I don't think has an ability, does it? It does. Oh god, okay. Every attacking Pokemon in my deck has an ability. We could be facing a very similar situation to how we had with Sylveon in a previous video, where we're going to have to attack with Baby Mons. It is a 210 HP Pokemon. Oh. Okay. We're gonna go grab our Power Pad, I think. We're just gonna ditch that effort to attack. I'm just gonna wait for them to retreat the Ogerpon, and we'll work our way around, just getting rid of everything here. I'm gonna play the Power Pad, and we're gonna shuffle in both bosses. And just go for an Iono. As rough as it is, we cannot do too much about the current situation. Bench the Grookey, attach the Fire here in case we do want to bring it out. Teal Mask for the extra card. What do we pull? A boss. Okay, we can play that next turn. That's not the worst. We're gonna pass. There's so many different ability locks at the moment, like preventing damage. Like you've got Melodic, you've got Cornerstone Ogerpon, you've got Mimikyus and stuff. I always mix them up so much, especially with Cornerstone Ogerpon. I always mix it up with how do you pronounce that? Farigiraf, EX. I always confuse it with that Pokemon's ability because it's not like super similar. So I'm not sure why. They're gonna play a grabber. Okay. I did get rid of the Diplin and put it onto the bottom, but that's fine. We don't really need it, we've got 2 in play. Ooh, maximum belt. That could be what we need to take out the Cornerstone Ogerpon, potentially. Let's fully assume, right, we've got bug catching set. We could just maximum belt onto the Grookey. And get that rolling. I'm going to keep it in hand just in case, but we will start just taking knockouts here. Even if it is just the one, we're going to prevent their scope villain from coming into play. Just rewrite their priorities a little bit. We are going to pull a Festival Grounds. Yeah, we're going to promote their Cornerstone Ogerpon. I'm going to want to search out Grass Energy, probably manually. Ooh, we did lose the maximum belt, actually. Okay, with 1 Grass Energy isn't the worst. We can Boom Boom Grow for our maximum belt. Get that play ready to go, which is so dumb. But we'll be hitting for 60... 100, 160. We're hitting for 160 onto Cornerstone. They are going to get rid of the Rabska. It's fine, we don't have a Ralor on bench. Play the Ultra Ball. Good thing they got rid of that Jamming Tower. That Jamming Tower could have screwed my play up really bad. Gonna grab the barrel. Could potentially be seeing 2 Jamming Towers. They can draw up until 5. See what they play next. They're just gonna pass. Okay. I'm gonna grab another Diplin. We're going to attach here. Try and get that play sorted. But as it currently stands, we don't have too much we can do. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for an Iono. Okay, not quite the energy that I needed, but I'll take it for sure. We're just gonna pull the Boom Boom Grove, get the second Grass Energy in, and then we'll grab the maximum belt off of it next turn. And right now we're just gonna go for the pass because we can't hit it. Having to play around Ogerpon, it's very annoying. Especially considering they can definitely get their Sco Villains into play this turn if they wanted to, and they are heading towards a Demolish. There's no way we take it out in one shot either, unfortunately. Maybe a Kirin would have been nice here. Guess that's the issue though with running Pokemon with all abilities. Maybe it would have been worth it to keep one of the Dragon type Diplins in, because then at least we would have had a little bit more HP. We could have had the thing out a little bit earlier with the Fire Energy in hand. But what do we want to do here? Play a Puffin. I'm gonna grab Ralor. Don't have another Grookey because it's the Thwacky now. I'm going to attach. I think we're just going to hit straight into the Ogerpon here and try and just get it rid of as soon as possible. We're going to retreat. Bring up these two. and then go for Hydrapple. Go for a 160 hit onto the Ogerpon here. Now if we can pull a Night Stretcher, we could, and the right amount of grass energy, we could definitely take knockout on this Tailmask Ogerpon and then get started with the actual deck. But as it stands right now, it's just not looking too good. Yeah, I'm just gonna straight up Lost Zone the Maximum Belt. That's fine. I didn't have any other way to get it back anyways. Discard or Lost Zone, it was gonna stay there. What did they Lost Zone for that? A Poffin. Yeah, it's not like they need it. They've got their pieces set up. Industrious and Scissors for 1. Yeah, and they're gonna go for the Demolish here. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna promote Tailmask Ogerpon. Even though I can't hit it, it's got the most HP and the least retreat out of all of my Pokemon. Oh, and it's just shy of a knockout. I need the energy. If I can get it, I've got Tailmask Ogerpon dealt with. We're gonna research. We don't pull it. We do not pull it. That's rough. We'll put these two in. Evolve this one. Do have the switch. They are hitting for 140. We'll play the Festival Grounds. Maybe what we want to do is get a Tailmask Ogerpon backed up. Maybe we want them to take out this Ogerpon. We can Lana's Aid, bring back the energy with Hydrapple. We can attach to Applin and get that knockout there with the Vitality Band. I hate having to go around things like this and prioritize one Pokemon when I could be doing a lot more. But this will be an issue later on if we don't deal with it straight away. If we can pull the... They're gonna boss. Okay, they've recognized what we're trying to do here. Yep, they have caught on pretty early. Oh no. Gonna promote the Ogerpon. And we're gonna just straight up Lana's Aid. I need that Applin back. We might actually go for the Grookey here. For the Grookey play. I don't think they're gonna have another boss. I'm gonna bench that attach here. And Ripening Charge. Yeah. Yep. So we've got the knockout on Ogerpon here, finally. As painful as it was to get it, we can start playing the deck now. Now if they Night Stretcher this, that's going to be pretty impossible to take it out. I don't think we're going to get another opportunity like we did. And we will need to start building on the fact that we are running out of deck space. We're going to have to start playing really aggressive. Now burned. Pokemon can't retreat. That's okay, I've got a switch in hand. And we'll promote the Hydrapple, I think. Assuming we can pull a Grass Energy off of our next draw somehow. Start getting that attack ready to go. So we've only got 2 in the discard. Chances are we probably will draw another one. Do have 6 cards in hand. We're gonna play a Counter Catcher. Okay. What are they gonna trap? I've got Switch anyways, it doesn't matter what they bring up. Okay, Rabska. What are they gonna do here? Super Rod. They're going to bring back the Cornerstone Ogre. So yeah, we really have to start playing aggressive, because they could easily search that out and stall us again. Probably have to play around the boss. But we do have the ability to Grookey. I'm going to keep Grookey as it is. We are going to flip tails, so we are going to remain burned, but that's okay. We are just going to switch out. But what we're going to do here is we're just going to attach and hope that we can pull something. So what I might do, I'm going to play the switch, get this one out of the active, put this one here. That way we can Boom Boom Grove, just check the last 5 cards of our deck. There's 1 grass energy in it, okay. We are very close to having this play not be available. Going to attach here, that way we've for sure gotten it. And then we're just going to have to figure out how to retreat. Diplin, even if they do take the knockout here, we come back with a knockout ourselves, I'm pretty sure. 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210. Oh, we are going to need more. Okay. Don't have any more recovery cards in decks. We're just going to have to start swinging as soon as possible. Okay, so they're going to play an Ultra Ball. Grab their Cornerstone Ogre. They're going to bench it. They're going to... Oh, it's back. It's back. Could be pretty easy pickings, actually. I could just like 60, 60, 60, 60. But then again, I don't have enough turns, so I need like a vitality band or something, even if I want to get that really close. And they just milled me 1. Okay. Get rid of my counter catcher. Crushing hammer. Oh, don't flip heads. Thank you. We are a little bit stuck, I think. The Cornerstone Ogre has very much put us in a terrible position. But what we can do is swinging, assuming we do have the ability to rather have Diplin knocked out, or we pull some form of switch effect out of the deck, because I know for sure we don't have any energies. What are we looking like? 1, 2, 3. We don't have any more switches. And they are just going to burn us. We are going to recover from it. We draw fire energy. I'm obligated to attach it. Boom Boom Grove. We're just going to check the last 2 cards of our deck. Go for the Till Dance. And I think we've lost. Yeah. They just pass turn. We sort of just draw a card. And we just go from there. Okay. Go for the 2-headed Crushing. 140. Turn too late. Or they mill us. Yeah, that's a loss. So we promote, we go to draw, we don't, and yeah, unfortunately we lose. Probably the worst streak I've had ever. 3 losses in a row is not good. So it doesn't really showcase the strength of the deck. We do level up. Like it means anything. 50 credits, that's fine. Honestly, I'm not sure where this deck sits. It's a weird mix. Maybe if you're planning to play it, maybe chuck a Golding in there so you can make your Grookies and Thwackies a bit better. But other than that, it is a bit awkward, and we did have a lot of frustrating matchups. More notably, the Cornerstone Ogerpon. I did run out of ways to deal with that, considering every Pokemon in this deck does have an ability except for Grookey and Rellor, which those are both base Pokemon, not very good attacks. But yeah, no, that's been today. Let me know how you feel about the deck. I know for myself, I may have to go see a doctor from how sick I feel from this performance. But yeah, no, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Peace.